Hello. Okay, we are online. So today we will talk about the AWS cost optimization. We already a little bit, no, maybe not a little bit, but we already talked about it. So I want to cover this time things that haven't been covered before. During last month, we have couple cases when we working with cost optimization, made some mistakes and improve some practice. So I want to highlight items that I think important based on experience that we get. So a little bit about myself. I work with AWS about 6+ years, mostly in healthcare industry. What else? Also have experience with Azure, with Google, but not too much. Okay, let's go to topic. And I would like to start from alerts. It's not like by putting alerts you will not get like money savings, of course, but it can help you to save money in critical situation. So we had cases when, because of human mistake, bill calculation start increase for 3-4 times more than expected. And for us, it happened when we were in the continuous development. And it's like good that we had practice to check billing time to time, and we find this issue quite early, and we put this as best practice for now. But I think it's maybe one of the option or best of the option how to detect some unusual behavior quite quick. So just overview like how we can do it. To the CloudWatch. Actually, this is a service on AWS which responsible for alerting. Go to the billing and then go to the section total estimated charge. And here actually we have two options. So option one is when we want to understand that we plan $1,000, but our payment this time will be more. So we want to alert that when it will be 1,000, we will get email that, hey, please check your system. We had, for example, situation for maybe the most common case is for SMS, because for AWS you need to request a limit. And when your product all the time grow up, you can you increase this limit time to time. And what we do usually, for example, we have limit for $100. Yeah. And for example, we put alert for $70. It means that somewhere in 20th that alert should came, like 20th day of the month. And if this alert came in 20th, it means that everything more or less going according to the schedule. We have enough money for SMS sending. But if this alert will came, I don't know, 10th or 8th of day of the month, it means that we need to check, or we have like unusual behavior and SMS start send more often, or we need to increase the limit before the money end, because when the money end, user will not get SMS and it will influence to the user experience. So this is one of the case which you also can use to improve your process. Second one is anomaly detection. So name more or less same how it is work. So you understand that usually you spend $100, and you understand that, like, I don't know, plus 50 minus 50 is not critical for you, but I don't know, plus 200 minus 200 is okay, plus 200 is what you would like to pay attention if it such happened. So here you can say what should be the difference between your usual payment and estimated, because as I hope you've seen in billing details, so that you have estimated price which you will get at the end of the month. So here you can set the number when you want to settle at what anomaly should happen. Of course, it's like different option, greater, lower, outside the band. Like as example, I think outside the band for us maybe the most common, but again, it will depend on the situation which you want to track. It's about warnings and how you can make how you can detect money spent. So you don't need to optimize it, you just need to react on it. And to continue, I would want to stop at about reserve instance and saving plans, because like both of them give some discount for EC2 instances, but I would like dive deep into it and see the differences and maybe give you some ideas when better what to use. Here in the chart you can see what size saving you can have, and what actually it shows that, of course, so what we have, we have 1 year's 1 year, I would say, when we say to the AWS, then we will use their services 1 year or 3 year. And of course, for 3 year, you will have much more discount than for 1 year. But as you see, it's not 3 times more. For 1 year term, for example, no upfront, you will have 37%. For 3 years, you will have 57%. So different, it's 20%, which is less than twice. And also, I want to pay your attention that it's not always makes sense to make full upfront payment, because the biggest discount you will say just when you commit that you want to buy reserved instance. But if you will partly pay upfront or fully pay upfront, the percentage is very small. So it's like a 2-3% percentage, not more. In our practice, we mostly go with partly upfront. So it's still bigger. Why don't have like some bigger discounts than with no upfront, but we don't make full prepayment because of especially when you commit for 3 years term, because anything could be changed. Of course, you have planning. Of course, you think that your product will grow or your product will be stable based on your stuff, but maybe you will change your architecture, or maybe you will not use the service anymore, or maybe you will need different types. So just want to pay attention that look for partial upfront. Maybe it makes more sense that all upfront, and you will not need to pay all the money for that it needed. 1 minute. What I wanted to say here. Okay, also in this chart, you can see that it's standard and convertible instances. And convertible give less discount. Not really big difference, but it's always depend on the amount. Big amount you have, what you pay, more discount you will get. And what is benefit of convertible, or why it's give less discount? It's flexibility. So more strict limits you have, more discount you have. More flexibilities, less discount you have. So you always need to select between two options, between flexibility and savings. And not always good to have only on flexibility or only in savings. because the most saved plan is on demand, yes, but when you look to discount, even the minimum is 27% for 1 year, so it's it's something that motivates you to buy server for longer time. And here I want to stop about just few sentences about that reserved instances could be two types. It's regional and zonal. And regional, so it's instant for some region, and zonal is instant for zonal. And in flexibility, so in flexibility provided for only for zone instances, and only for Linux. So it's not applicable for all types. It's example from official website, so you can see the same. But I want to just check it deeply with you. So what we have here, so it means that if you will bought 8x large instance, flexibility give you flexibility include that you can split it to smaller one, or actually to smaller one. So you can have, as you see on the example, 2 4x large or 4 2x large. Also, you can combine. You can have 1 4x large and I don't know, 2x large. Yeah. So this is what. This is actually the flexibility that provided, and it's where you have less discount. So this is about a reserved instance. So maximum what you can get is 62%. Minimum that you can have is 27%. Yeah, based on this chart. What is saving plans, and what is the main difference between saving plans and reserved instances? Maybe so first of all, it's you pay for time. Oh, sorry, you pay for a specific amount of dollars that you spend, so you commit to it. It's give less discount if compared with reserved instance, but again, it's more flexible. If compared with on-demand instance, it's save about 44%. So if you will take spot instance like from 27 to 62, so average is something like 44. If you dive deep in the numbers, so 1 year commitment will save you about 33%. You can check it in the official website. You just go there, put what instance you want, and and what region, and what amount of time that you want to commit to it, and you will see different type and different saving percentage. And if you will see, in average, it will be 32. For 3 year commitment is about 55, which actually sounds quite interesting. But we will check a little bit later what is the tricky part. What more benefits give that you can commit to instant families. And according to official documentation, it will save up to 72%. So actually, it's quite a big number. What else, like a benefit of saving plan, is that it's also applied to forgate Lambda. So if spot instance is only applicable to EC2, so for saving plans, any on-demand instances which are under account which have saving plans will have this account. You get this discount until you spend all amount. And after you will spend amount, you will be charged according to on-demand rates. and it does not provide any capacity reservation. So let's look to the calculation itself. So first, example of compute savings. So for example, we have like usual saving plans. So for example, we know that now we spend $50 per hour for per hour for all on-demand instances. And I bought saving plans for $10 per hour. Let's assume that we commit 50% of savings. So discounts, it will be so $10 saving plan is equal $20 on demand. And so $20 on demand, it means 50 minus 20, we have $30, which will always calculated as on demand. So your cost not reduced for 50% as you see that you commit for 50% savings. Your cost will reduce like $30 plus $10 plus $40. I put it all into the slide just because I understand that like it's maybe it's in some time to understand how it works. It's quite easy, but just a lot of numbers here. And let's look like comparison ESI2 instant saving plan. So you cannot you can commit to specific saving plans. For this, you need commit for specific family, and it will actually give you more discounts than just use the saving plans, because again, it have some limitation. Limitation is a family of instance. And again, example, you spend $50 per hour for R5 instance, and you commit for savings plan, which is $10 savings. And for example, your savings is 34%, which will be charged, and 64% it was AWS showed to you. So how calculate actually your savings if compared to the 1 hour of on-demand instance? So then dollar of savings is equal about $28 on demand. So how it will calculate it? Like 36%, which is the rest of 64. So 28, if we want multiple to this 36%, we will have 10. 10 is actually our money for the saving plan. This is how calculation made. And what we have, we just $50 minus 28, which we have for hour. We have 22 on demand. So we still pay 22 on demand, and we pay 10 for savings plan. So, and average cost instead of 50, we will have 32. So if we are checking what percentage we save, so what percentage we save? So it means that now we're paying about 64%. So overall, we save about 46%. Yeah, it's not 64 because of on-demand instance, and which we will still have, but no, it's not bad. Yes, and here's the question appears. So maybe we need to bought more. Why we not why we bought savings only for part of for part of the instances or part of the time, but not for all. And and actually I do not recommend it. So do not commit on more hours that you spend, because in case you will not use all of them, you will just throw money away. So it's again about the balance. So better maybe get less discount than waste money in case you will spend less. It's just my recommendation. And yeah, saving plans. Yeah, and just to remind, saving plans only applied for instances which are on demand. Yeah, let's move on. Okay. Okay, so here I would like to talk about environment cost savings. I already started last time talking about a scheduler, sorry, but want to stop on it. First of all, because it's again about optimization, and second of all, because it's not as easy as could be sound. So it's not just few buttons which you click and you get savings. It will be good option, but for now it's not work like that. So first of all, if you no, actually, let's talk about about savings. So here I added a schema again from official documentation how the schedule work, and as you see here, you have additionally, so you don't have just schedule. You also need additionally have Lambda. You will have DynamoDB and CloudWatch to have some notifications, and of course your instances which you or services which you want to turn on, turn off. So in one hand, it's extra cost. In the other hand, if we calculate the amount of hours, so if you have case when your employee work 8-10 hours per day, maybe different locations, sounds like that, not 24 hours. So you will save per week like 50 hours if compare, in months. Mistake. Anyway, 50 hours no mistake, 50 hours per week if you compare with 168 hours per week. So it's even in the week it's like 3 times more. So in months calculation, you will feel it very good. So you will need, but we have extra cost. So you need to check how much you will save if compared to the cost that you will need to pay for Lambda, for example. Lambda is quite cheap, but still better to check your case. And the what other like under hood is that you not all the services you can stop with schedule rel. Yeah. Some of them part, I would say, it will work. And the most common example is Elastic IP. So even if you will stop your service, you will still charge it for Elastic IP and for EBS volume or multiple EBS volumes. It depends how much you have. So if you will stop EC2, it doesn't mean that you will not be charged for EBS volume. Yeah, and I wanted to show a few steps about how to configure scheduler. First, you need to CloudFormation. It will help you use template and set up actually this turn on, turn off functionality. You can download, I added here also the link, so you can download the template there. And when you will upload this template, you can go to, or you even need to go, I would say, to the DynamoDB, and you will see 3 new tables there. And if you check demos, demo schedule is my example, but any config, if you will check config table, you will see the period when turn on, when turn off. So definitely you will need to change it if you will not like default option which template provided. And to make any services work under the schedule, you just need to add tags. So any service in AWS add tags. So to add something to the schedule, it's quite simple. And other option which you can say for your dev environment, it's also avoid load balancer and not gateway. They will be billable even if you are idle. So this is just small comment which you also can count to save money on your test environment. Staging test environments, any which is not production, because of course on production is not good practice. Yeah, and about AWS, I already said that AWS will be charged even if your EC2 instance is off. So what I want to pay you attention that don't forget to put check mark that when you will terminal your EC2 instance, you also delete volume. In other case, you will need to check unconnected volumes manually. It's not loading time, but it just you will pay for it while it's not usable. Also, you can set up function which will automatically check unused volume and delete it. Also, you can find by the link which you see in the screenshot. Yeah, I think that's all what I wanted to share with you today. I hope it was useful. If any questions appear about this, find me on LinkedIn. Also, I will be glad if you will follow our group or me directly. You can scan the QR code to make access more quicker. Yeah, thank you. Have a nice evening.